Hello! I haven't figured out editing yet, so I'm going to talk into the camera like this, and that's actually where I should be looking. But I was wrapping presents the other day, and I had no wrapping paper, so that's never a problem when you have supplies. So I said I would give you a quick tip for wrapping, and of course it's Christmas time, so you're going to be wrapping lots of last minute things, but also this could be any time of year that you'd want to wrap something just in a different way, so that you don't, you know the way you buy a roll of wrapping paper and then you have it for 12 years because you never use it. I prefer to make my own wrapping papers. And also, if you have kids at home who like creative time, and you're usually left, let's say, with a big mess of paints, and I hate waste, this is a really good way to use up waste, or to avoid waste by using paints. So what I have here is just some pages this is out of National Geographic, and they're old copies, so kind of like they're a little bit, they're not totally white, but you can do this with and they're small pages too, but you could do this with newspaper, you could do it with anything. I have a ton of papers here. I mean, these papers are all made from me wiping up my palette at the end of a session, and I'm sorry you're only seeing half my face, but that mightn't be a bad thing. Okay, so where do we start? White is usually a good place to start. It would be good if I actually had to put out some white. Yeah, so white is a good place to start. I'm just going to put some white over here. Get a dry brush, a small dry brush, and really roughly make sure the brush is dry, and then lightly and roughly go over the pages. So what you're kind of doing then is you're obscuring the print. You can still see that it's there, but you know, it's not going to be distracting, so that you're not going to give someone a present and next thing they're reading about gorillas out in where is this, Central Africa. They'll actually open the present. Okay, so I should have done one of those. Here's one I made earlier. Anyway, so keep this really, really quick, because you don't want to be spending loads of time at this either. And when you use a dry brush and do it like this, things dry better and easier too. Okay, now I tore the pages out, by the way. I didn't cut them out, because those kind of edges are more interesting to me anyway than tidy edges, and I have absolutely no patience, and sometimes I'm dangerous with the scissors. So let's just say we have, I'm going to put some more. Okay, so we have this there, and we have this. So these are the colours that are left out from the kids messing or whatever, right? So best thing to do is literally plonk the page down and smudge it around, slide it off. You can then get, this is a roller. I don't know what you'd use if you didn't have one of these, but I'm sure you could use, I don't know, a rolling pin maybe? So there's one page. Another one. So just get it again. Put it on the place where the paint is left and lift it, slide it off maybe. That'll give you some interesting textures. You can roll it if you want, you don't have to. You can fold it. You can just leave it. There's two done. Third one. Yep. And then obviously same again. So we have enough there anyway to work with. That is not as strong as them, but that doesn't matter. Another thing that I like to do is get a pen and really, really loosely, I'm just going to write anything that's on the top of my head. So today is Thursday. Now you'd never know that's actually what that says. But you see the way it gives it a little bit of extra texture. You can do those parts, you can just do doodles, squiggles. Same with this one. You could even circle around any of these, but I really love just loose writing. Right. Okay, so that's that. And obviously we're going to pretend they're dry, right? Now, I don't know, does that do anything for you? It does for me though, I like it. So then what I like to do is, actually you would probably do, I'm just going to use this as an example of something that you're going to wrap. But I wrapped something the other day that I needed to get 2 pages together for. So what I did was, you just turn them around and make sure that you overlap them so that the straight edges there's 2 straight edges here, and then when you turn it over, there's 2 not straight edges. And my vocabulary is fabulous. Now, just get some tape. Rough and ready, guys. No fussing. Doesn't this beat standing in the queue in Eason's to pay too much money? Or Lidl, or wherever you get your wrapping paper. I got wrapping paper there. I don't know where I got it, but it was obviously cheap wrapping paper, and sure, I poked my finger through it. Okay, place that in the middle. Make sure you place it overlapping. Right. You think I'd have a dispenser, wouldn't you? Over around. And we're going to pretend that meets there. Okay, so hello, somebody's had too much coffee. Oh, Scarlet Amanda, seriously. Okay, so we're going to ignore this side and pretend that we actually did get the all the paper around the book. Okay. Rough and ready. Okay, so there's the front of the wrapping now, right? And you see the way I've made, like there's almost a little fringe there, and you could just flip that up to give it a little bit of texture. And then, no parcel is complete without a bit of string. So I think you'd measure that about 4 times, I think, 2, 3, about 4 times the width, but sure, it's string, you're hardly going to break the bank. In the middle, on the top, so the top that you want your bow on, around the back, ignoring the bad wrapping job on the back, like that. So you're, after what you did there is you brought it around the sides and then switch it over, under, bring it over to one side, tighten a knot, tighten a bow, and there you go. I think that's a lovely wrapped gift wrap. Interesting. I hope that's of some help. It might make clean-up time a little bit more or less wasteful if you're cleaning up after yourself in the studio or kids. Never let anything go to waste. Why am I unwrapping it? Okay, bye.